Oh, I am live. Sorry. Hey guys. Um, this is Lisa Tedder, and I'm also known as Tedder Bear Stamping. Thank you so much for being here. I have two cards I'm going to make using Carousel Horses. I would like to thank you for those that come every week. Thank you. You guys make my day or my week. And for those that are just now starting or finding me, please go out and check out all my videos. I have a lot, and hopefully some of them you will like. All right, well, let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and turn you. Okay, so I think that's a little far. Let me bring you a little closer to me so I don't have to stretch, and then that always causes trouble. I end up not being in the screen. All right, let's see. Sorry about this. There we go. Oh, perfect. All right, so tell me at all if I'm upside down or if it gets fuzzy, because I can raise you up a little bit. All right, so this is way over here. Let's see if I can pull you over a little bit further. I had it all set up, but then of course I have to set it up so you guys can see me. All right, this way. All right, let's go ahead. I'm going to scoot over so I don't forget. So I'm going to start off with bubble bath. And if you notice, my fingernails look like bubble bath today. That was planned. I had to pick out which ones I wanted to use, and that's what I decided. Okay, so we are going to, at first, do the bubble bath, and I am going to go ahead and score it. Well, I scored it, and I'm going to go ahead and use my bone folder and get that set. We are going to stamp the horses. So we're going to go ahead and stamp them here on my scrap white. And I've already got it dirty, but these I'm not going to really use, so it's not a big deal, but I just wanted to show you. All right. When I die cut it, you won't even see that. Okay, so let's go ahead and move these back. And I'm going to color these with the bubble bath. And because I'm using DSP, this is the gingham DSP. It is so pretty. Let me show you. This is called Glorious Gingham. And hey, Dottie. Hey, Lola. Sorry, girls. Hey, Valerie. I'm glad you got my cards. Hey, Joy. Glad to see you guys. I need to move it down or up, Dottie. Is this too close? Is it too close? That's what I already did. Thank you, Hindi, for giving me a thumbs up. So this is the DSP that has all the different colors, and one side's a big check and the other side is a small check. So I just really love gingham, so that's why I got it. I'm using Pretty Peacock. Down. Closer? Daddy, do you need it closer? Because this is pretty close, but I don't know what you guys see. So I'm going to go ahead and color my horse. And I'm going to start with the dark, not closer. Okay. I just want to make sure. I don't want it to be wrong. So I'm doing the dark, and I'm going to do it where I think that it would be darker, which does not mean that that's exactly where it is, because I'm not very good at coloring, but we're going to try. All right. And then I'm going to do a little bit, because I would think that would be shadowed. So this is probably the last time I'm going to do a video using this set. I just really liked it, and I want to get my money's worth out of it. So I figured I'm going to do a few of these, and hopefully you guys don't mind. But I definitely like this stamp set, if you couldn't tell already. Okay, and then I'm going to do on this one, this is light. Okay, hold on. Do the dark on this one. I'm going to do they're going to be opposite each other. So I'm just going to get these started. Move it up just a tad. Okay, hold on one second. Just a tad. Hold on, so sorry. I tightened it so much it was hard. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that's good, because this is how I thought it would be good. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and color in his tail on a couple spots here. And do one here. And then I'm going to do every other thing on the pole. Whoops. Hopefully the dark will cover that. All right. Now we're going to come in and do the light. Oh, and I didn't do the bottom. Hold on one second. So, Hindi, is it getting any cooler at your house? I'm hoping it is. I'm hoping now that the weather is starting to turn, at least it is here, that it'll be nicer at your house. All right, so now we're going to come in with the Pretty Peacock. I'm going to go ahead and color these in, except for this is the dark. Well, we'll just keep going since it was supposed to be the light, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so just a warning, my cat is in the room, but he seems to be sound asleep. Now, whether he stays asleep is the question, but sometimes he surprises me. All right, and then I'm going to come in with the light. Oh, that's good, Hindi. I worry about you a lot being without air. So my daughter, I think, is going to come home this weekend, which is really fun because I don't get to see her very often. Oh, I'm doing the whole horse in dark. No, this is light. If any of you watched my last week's, I am sorry about all the mistakes. You know how you get a little flustered when you start and then you never get out of it? That's kind of how it was. So hopefully you still enjoyed it and learned something. Otherwise, just ignore it and we'll do it another time. All right, so now we're going to do this in a couple spots here. I was a little flustered last week, but I taped it because I was worried that my computer would die and then I would be like lost to you guys. So that is still a possibility because it keeps blacking out every once in a while and I need a new one, but then we're deciding which one to get. I thought of getting the one that, a Mac, but what do I know? I don't know much about computers, so, and I'm worried about having it be really bad, like learning curve wise. So if anybody has any tips or tricks for me, I would love it. And I am not coloring in the lines very well. Okay, so we have those. Yes, Hindi, that makes me happy. All right, so I've already cut those out, die cut them. Okay, we're going to bring in all the pieces. I'm going to put those aside. This is, I want to make sure I do the right size. Side. And this one, I'm going to go ahead and use my glue and attach it to this. So we're just going to do a small bead, and I'm sure it'll probably go off onto my table, but it's not the first time. Okay. And just a little bit. Okay, so we have that. Let me move this up. That's the great thing about it being liquid glue. All right, then we have, Hindi, you are so sweet saying you loved that video because it really was pretty sad. All right, so this one's going to go down here, and I'm going to go ahead and, oops, I tried to take off the lid and it's already off. Just a little bit of glue here, and then I'm going to be putting dimensionals on the back to hold it all together. And then we're going to put this on. So this is the fun part, is that we get to figure out what colors to make our carousel. All right, so we have that. We are going to go ahead and put dimensionals on the back. And I like to overlap where my layers are just to be on the safe side. There we go. We all didn't want to do that. Okay. Oh, now that it's summer, it's almost over, is when they finally come to do it. I love these colors. These are so pretty. All right, I'm going to cut off some of this so that I can just put some in the middle, here, and then on up here. Okay, and trim these. You guys know I love my dimensionals. Okay. Well, that got turned. Okay, one more up top. Can't have any soggy or saggy bits. Soggy. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and take these off so I'm ready. Thanks, Dottie. It's so nice. It's flooring, and I put it on a piece of foam, a big thing of foam, so that I can move it around. Okay, so now we are going to put this onto white. Look how pretty that is. I'm going to move that over. We'll go ahead and put this on. Who's all excited about the Christmas card classes coming up? I know Dottie's coming and Pat's coming. I think Joy's coming. Aren't you, Joy? It's going to be fun. Okay, so we have that. Now we're going to go ahead and put this on towards the top and hopefully straight. That's the whole. How do you get it straight? Okay, here we go. All right, so we have these two pieces that, hey, Mary, go on here, both sides, and we're going to use the foam adhesive strips for that because I want it to pop a little bit higher than the rest. Look, I'm almost out of this. Doesn't help if I cover it up. Hold on. There's that. Okay, come on. Which way? All right. So this is going to go here. And if you can tell, it's hard to see flat, but it will kind of hang up a little bit higher. Kind of adds to the carousel here. Whoop. Okay, so let me show you the side. If you can see how it's popped up a little bit more. All right, then I'm going to go ahead and bring in my horses, and they have to go in between, which I probably should have done before I stuck them on, but that's, like I say every time, that's okay. I'm going to trim this off because I've forgotten that I need to get it under. There we go. Look at that. It's like I planned it. All right, we're going to go ahead and just put a couple dimensionals on here. And let's bring them under there and here. Whoop. Okay, there's one horse. And then the other one, we're going to go ahead and see. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off again and put some dimensionals on. It really is an easy card. I know that I say that a lot, but I think it is. You just have to cut out all the pieces. That's the only part that's time consuming, is cutting out all the pieces. All right, so, and I shouldn't have done it that way. I want this to be lower. This one should have been higher. Oh, let's get this under there. There we go. He's not quite as low as I wanted him to be. Let me show you my original so you can see. Look at how cute that is. Okay, so this one has them higher and lower. I should have done that with this. Live and learn. Okay, so now I'm going to do my enjoy the ride. And I'm going to do that in Pretty Peacock. And if I can, I'm going to get it as close to the bottom here so I only have to trim two sides. Whoop. Pretty good. Okay. So I'm just going to try to make my cut as the same. Go slow. There we go. And because I got that so close, I'm going to go ahead and trim this. So I didn't quite get it on two sides. One side is what I did. Okay, so we got that. I'm going to come in with my blend, my bubble bath, and I'm going, excuse me, just do with my brush tip, go along the edges just so that it makes it pop a little bit more. Okay. Then we're going to come in with Wink of Stella, which I did not do on my original, but you know, like I said in my blog, that I can't make two cards the same. I can, but sometimes I just don't want to. So I'm going to change them up just a little bit. All right, so we have that. I'm going to go ahead, because I've already got this out, I'm going to go ahead and put this on the back. And then I don't have to use so many dimensionals. This is going to go right here. You guys, I'm telling you, doing the Wink of Stella this way, thanks Pat for showing me, is the best. It is so pretty. and it's subtle. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put this onto the card. Make sure it's opening the right way. There. All right. Now for the inside, I didn't do anything because I didn't know what to write. So I'm just going to put this on the inside, and it just means that you're going to have to come up with more stuff to say. Thanks, Hindi. I really like that. It's one of my favorite techniques. Okay, but we're not done. I'm going to go ahead, and these are the festive pearls, and I am going to go ahead and put a whole bunch of the silver on, and then this one is a very good match with Pretty Peacock. Just a lighter shade. If I can pick these up, we'll be good to go. There we go. And because you know I like bling, we're gonna bling this thing up. These are the silver. Whoop, picked it up and dropped it. There we go. Uh-oh, Gus is stretching. Does that mean he's gonna want to get up and go? Hopefully not, because you know he's very demanding. Whoop, this needs to go down a little bit. There we go. You've heard him meowing when he wants out. So if you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe. If you wouldn't mind sharing, that would make my day. Okay, I think I got the whole thing done. What do you think? Even though the horses are different, I thought for a second there, Dottie, that you said too much bling. And I'm like, what? And then I read it again. You're right. Never too much. Okay, so let's go ahead and move to the next one. This time, I am using Berry Burst. Now, this one is the one that I've changed up totally, not totally, but changed up a lot from my samples. So if you are coming to see this part, to see what I do, hang on. All right, so we have that. This is, we're going to be using Azure Afternoon. Look at how pretty these two go together. So good. I went ahead and cut some of the smaller gingham. This is the Berry Burst one. I scored it. Everything is on my blog, and I wanted to make sure that you knew that this is from the kit too. On my original, or from the bundle. On my original, I used a different one, but it's so much better if you can use something that is not, that you don't have to spend more money on, right? You definitely want it to be where you can make it a little bit cheaper. All right, so I've scored it all. It's all listed. You will get the PDF if you're signed up for my newsletter. I just sent one out today. So if you are part of my newsletter, then you should have gotten it. Thank you, Lola. Okay, so let's see. So I brought this to do the card. I am bringing in, where did I, oh, right here. The deckled rectangles, and I'm going to use the third from the smallest, and you would put this on here, and then I ran it through using the painted textures and folder. This is one of my all-time favorites, and that came out like this. So then you would lay it on here. And this is where I've changed it up, is that I wanted more of a border. So I brought in the second smallest, and I put this on here. Now it's barely going to show this, like, let me get it for you so you can see. This will fit and you will be able to see, but I just wanted to make sure that it was there. It might be the third and fourth. Let me see. I want to make sure I got it right. Okay, so this is the fourth, sorry. Then the third would be this one, so it would be less. So I was a little wrong. All right, so I have that already cut. So now this will go on here. Whoops. This will go on here. You're going to bring in a piece of DSP that will, not DSP, let me turn that over, a white that will have a border all the way around. Okay, this is where we want to, and I like, for some reason, I love the horse with his head down. Don't ask me why. I don't know. All right, so this is where you just have to hope you get it in the middle, and I've got it close to being centered. Okay. I'm going to remove this just for now while we do the stamping. So the last time I used this, I didn't really look at the stamp set. Here is the mane and the tail that we can stamp on its own. You just have to stand up, make sure you're over it to make sure you get it in the right spot. So I'm going to use the Azure Afternoon and hopefully line this up. Now it's not going to be perfect. It's kind of like watercolor where it's there, but it's not perfect, as you could tell. And then there is a saddle that you can line up. Okay. And hopefully it's just kind of like a watercolor, but I didn't want you to think that there was no stamp for it. You could come in and color it if you wanted to. I'm not going to worry about it. This is kind of the way I wanted it to look. All right. Then we are, let's see, sorry, using the Berry Burst. And I am just going to do every other on the pole, because I decided to use it as, this is why I joined Stampin' Up, is because everything coordinates. There's no guesswork. If you see something you like, you pick the color and everything coordinates. Ribbon, the inks, a lot of our embellishments, it's all beautiful. All right, so let's move this all aside. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this on. I'm just going to use glue because it seems to be a little bit easier and I can adjust it if I have to. It's always iffy on whether you get it straight. Little bit of a border on that side. Let's scoot it over. Okay, so my one part wasn't perfect. That's okay. All right. So now let me find, there, no. Make sure I didn't drop it. The awning is what I'm looking for. There it is. So this first score line is going to go over the back. I don't know whether that's how it was supposed to be, but that's what I'm using it for. I'm going to go ahead and put this on. Went over a little bit where I didn't want it to go, but all right. So you just line it up with the score line here and fold it over. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and, because I want this to be, this is going to be flat, sorry. no sense on doing that other part that I thought. All right, now I'm going to use this again, but because I wanted to kind of hold up, even if it's in an envelope, it'll still be good. Okay. Then you put that there. This goes like this. You won't even be able to see it, but that's going to hold it out. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and put this on. See, it's not too awfully noticeable that I got it off center once you get it on. Hopefully. There. Isn't that cute? I love this awning idea. Okay. Now, I'll show you my final thing once I'm done to see which way you like it better, because, you know, I might have been right the first time, and that was the best way to do it. Either way, I think they're both pretty. And I made a big border on this one because I really wanted it to look pretty. All right, now the sequins I'm using are pastel adhesive back sequins, and these to me match this blue pretty well. And we're going to go ahead one side. I mean, they're kind of iridescent. Look at that. It's so pretty. All right, we're going to go ahead and put here and here. And of course, we need a pink one because it's so cute. All right, we'll put those away. I love the gold too, but I wasn't sure I wanted to use that yet. All right, now for the inside. Got to get my piece of paper. Here it is. Okay. I am going to go ahead, and because I love that horse more, I don't know you guys saw, but I wrote down that this is the kind of horse that won't hurt me. Since I broke my neck on my horse that I had of all of 3 months, this will not hurt me. And at the time, I went ahead, after I had to sell him, I went ahead and bought a really beautiful ring because that couldn't hurt me either. I figured that's going to be pretty. All right, let me stand up. It says, let's celebrate. All right, and then I'm going to use the blend with azure or azure, however you say it, and do the pull. There we go. And we are going to do the saddle again and the mane and stuff. Let me clean this off. I don't want the wrong color on there. And one of these is right. I might have to try which one is the right one. Not sure. Because there are 2 different types of horses, and one fits and one doesn't. Rocking horses. I loved rocking horses too. Well, really, I loved all horses. Whoops. All right, let's see if I can get this. I think I got it. Oh, that's pretty perfect. Best I've done yet. All right, let me see if this is the right one. Because if it's not, it won't line up. Okay. And hopefully I'll do a better job lining it up this time than I did last time. Oh, that was pretty good. Well, you know, on Carousel Horses, they're always very brightly colored. So, and I didn't want to make it to where it was not as close to realistic as I could get, I guess. All right. So let me show you my other one. And then I want to hear, because be honest, please. I know that sometimes. All right. So I used a different die for this. This is a little bit longer, but I felt like it was hiding some of this. So which one do you like better? The one with more of a border or the one with just the window? I already know that I like this one better because it was high and low, but this one is kind of both, so that's okay. But we will be doing the drawing and I will be giving out 2 of these. And I don't know that I said, but Valerie, I'm so glad that you got both of your cards. I had to send them separate because we didn't have enough room in one envelope. This way. All right. You like the border, Mary? Okay. I knew you were my friend for a reason. If you wanted to, you could go ahead and use Wink of Stella all over these, but I really wanted it to be a little bit different. So, all right. So, Miss Pat, thank you, Dottie. Thank you, Mary. I like that you guys told me the truth. I just think it made it pop a little bit more. I just love the Carousel Horses. So we're going to, oh, thanks, Lola. Okay, so Valerie and Dottie. Yay, again. Boy, I think, Valerie, if you guys have the lottery out by your house, you might want to play. You seem to win quite a bit. And Dottie, you guys need to tell me which ones you guys want. So you can pick out of any of the 4. Let's go this way, trying to get it so you can see all 4. And I'll just keep whatever's left over. Okay, so Dottie, you want this one. Okay. Valerie, do you know which one you want? They're so cute. It would be hard to choose. Okay, so Valerie, just let me know because I know I have all your info and everything. So that would be perfect. Okay. The first one, yes. Would you rather which one of these? The one with it more up and down or the one that I made today? You can always text me or email me and tell me which one you like. But next week I'll be doing a pre-recorded video. It just makes it easier for me if I go every other week because then I don't have to worry about my computer and everything works out good. I hope you guys had a great week. I'm thinking of taking tomorrow off. My daughter's coming home and I have to kind of, you guys will be shocked that know me, get the house ready for her. Yeah. All right. So we will talk to you guys next week. Thank you again for coming and I really appreciate it. And let me know what you think on anything that you'd like to see. All right. We'll talk to you soon.